Whoa, hold on. What's with all the jackets?
What do you mean with all the jackets? It's cold.
You know we live in California, right?
Duh. I mean, the weather report says it's gonna be cold this week.
Come on, man. We got a show to run. How would you change it to something a little more presentable?
Alright, fine. Give me a second. Alright. How's this?
Much better. Today we'll be covering the story of Amanda Gorman, advances in women's rights,
And the pets of APN along with data security, and lastly, our very own Andrew Liu reporting on the weather. I'm Wilson.
and I'm Quinn. This is Show 15.
Over the past few months, APN has been considering the possibility of a name change. The next step in our discussion involves you. Follow the link down below to fill out our survey voicing your thoughts. The Google form closes tonight at 11:59 p.m. Thank you for your continued support, and we look forward to hearing from you.
Amanda Gorman made history last week by becoming the youngest person to deliver a poem at a U.S. presidential inauguration. Her powerful and inspirational message of unity was heard by millions of people across the nation. Here's Kevin to tell us a little bit more about who is Amanda Gorman.
Many Americans have seen or heard of Amanda Gorman numerous times by now. She is the youngest inaugural poet, a recent graduate of Harvard University, and the first to be named the National Youth Poet Laureate. She was born in 1988 and was raised by her mother, Dr. Joanne Wicks, who is a 6th grade teacher. She grew up with 2 siblings, one of which is her twin sister, who is also an activist as well as a filmmaker. Before Amanda was named the first ever National Youth Poet Laureate, she was also named as the first ever Youth Poet Laureate of Los Angeles at the age of 16. But rising to where she is today was not a very easy path. In order to get to where she stands now, Amanda had to overcome a speech impediment, which manifested itself after having chronic ear infections as a young child. This led to her developing an auditory processing disorder where she frequently dropped letters, most often the letter R. But she was able to work through it and become an incredible orator she is today.
But finally, I had a moment of realization where I thought if I choose not to speak out of fear, then there's no one that my silence is standing for.
Her inaugural poem, The Hills We Climb, inspired many people across the country. Amanda Gorman even went trending on various social media platforms on Inauguration Day. She stated that after seeing the insurrection at the Capitol, that was when the poem really came to life.
And yes, we are far from polished, far from pristine, but that doesn't mean we are striving to form a union that is perfect. We are striving to forge our union with purpose.
For there is always light. If only we're brave enough to see it. If only we're brave enough to be it. Amanda Gorman's message of hope and unity continues to spread across the nation as we speak. This has been Kevin. Stay safe, stay strong, and stay united.
I love the colder weather because my fashion sense consists of wearing many layers. But the only problem, I can't really pull off hats and my ears get cold very easily. Beanies, however, fit my vibe. If you're like me, or just trying to show off your school pride, Linker will be selling Arcadia beanies through February 5th. Beanies can be purchased through the link on the screen for $15, and the designs look dope. I am definitely getting at least one.
In the 2020 Real World Design Challenge in California, multiple student teams were challenged to design an unarmed aircraft system. And through hard work and dedication, Bill Chapman and the Engineering Design and Development class at AHS claimed first, second, and third in the state challenge. One of these teams, Absolute Value Team F, will move on to the next round of the competition and go against the state winners around the nation and around the world. Congratulations, engineering team.
As people celebrated the 48th anniversary of Roe v. Wade last week, APN commemorated this historic moment through the latest episode of APN's Waveform. In that episode, the only 3 girls in our crew discussed their experiences and advancements women made in 2020. But we aren't done yet. Lawrence is here to delve even deeper into the recent development in women's rights.
My name is Lawrence Sung, and today I'm here with Cassidy Chai, co-president of the Girl Up Club, to discuss how monumental the past year has been for women. So let's hop right into it. So in your opinion, what were some of the most inspiring moments for women last year?
Last year had a whole bunch of great moments for women. A lot of countries legalized abortion, which was very nice. With Kamala Harris as the new VP for the new administration, it is definitely a great thing.
And so, what were some of the setbacks as well? Because it has been an amazing year in terms of progress for women's rights and women's health, but I've also known that there have been some setbacks as well.
Yeah, there's been definitely a lot of setbacks with the whole pandemic thing. A lot of things were hindered in terms of policies. Many states this or last year tried to do abortion bans, and that wasn't very good for a lot of people. However, I think it was announced today actually that there was a win for Planned Parenthood for the Texas abortion ban, which is amazing because Planned Parenthood offers a lot of amazing services for people.
And I'm pretty sure you may have already answered this, but how far has women's health come in 2020?
Women's health has come a long way, I personally think. I know Great Britain repealed, they took away all their pink tax and on the extra tax on their sanitary products. So that was one of the biggest things of last year, because the pink tax has been a thing for so long and many people questioned why. So Britain getting rid of it was a huge monumental thing.
Do the events of 2020 point to a trend of progress or backtracking in terms of feminism and female health?
I feel like with 2021 that there will definitely be progress for the feminist movement and for feminine health, just because with the new administration, there's already been a lot of things or policies and things that have already contributed to it moving forward. In many other countries, however, I think that there are definitely a lot of policies that should be put into place concerning sexual assault, abortions, etc. And a lot of countries have already taken that step forward, and I just hope for in the future more countries do so.
And that's all the time we have. APN is an ardent supporter of gender equality and women's rights and will continue to highlight these issues on its platforms. This has been Lawrence, back to the anchors.
If you missed picking up your Goody Field Milks from Freshman Council, don't panic, they're still waiting for you. They'll be available today from 2 to 3 p.m. for those that forgot to pick up the first time. Check your student email for more instructions, and don't forget this time. And for our next story, we'll be covering Bernie, no, drop it right now.
Oh no, Bernie's a little feisty today, huh? It's okay, Casey's the same way. She likes getting picked up though.
I mean, Bernie does like getting butt scratches, but only when I do give him some, he gets a little bit gassy.
Regardless, I'm still really grateful that I have her. Whenever I feel stressed, I just tell Casey all my problems and everything goes away.
Yeah, for sure, I get that. And a lot of them has been getting pets this year. And one of my friends is actually looking for one too.
Oh, well the next story is perfect for them. Coming up, we'll have Giselle tell us about how you can find your forever friend.
From the start of quarantine, people have been looking to animal shelters to adopt a pet to improve their mental health and as a source of comfort. Scientists have demonstrated that just spending 10 minutes with cats and dogs can help reduce stress, depression, anxiety, and more. People staying home all day have found themselves wanting a companion, and since pets can really be your best friend, rescue centers have been getting a lot of attention.
It's pretty safe to say that industry-wide throughout the country, adoptions are way up as a result of the pandemic.
If you're on the lookout to add another member to your family, here are some tips and places to get you started. Number 1. Be sure that this isn't an impulsive decision. Taking care of a pet is a long commitment, so put a lot of thought into it. 2. Find a good place to browse. This is extremely important because we want you to have the smoothest adoption process possible. We can show you a few in just a second. And 3. Be prepared. Gather your supplies before bringing the pet home. It's a great way to introduce your new pal to a new home. A few local shelters that are extremely easy to work with are the Bolden Park Animal Shelter, Pasadena Humane Society, and St. Gabriel Humane Society. These places give you and your pet the best possible care. If you're willing to travel the distance, Pet Finder and Adopt a Pet are websites that can help you find specific breeds from around the world. A few APN members have some rescue pets themselves. Let's meet them.
Hey, yo, what's up? So, this is Bernie, and he loves to dig through the trash.
This is Casey. She's really sweet and she's really gentle. Catch. Good girl.
Hey y'all, this is Yaya, and a fun fact about her is that she loves massages, and I'm the best at that.
Dog's name is Kai. One of her favorite things to do is always just play with the water outside.
This is Nova, and she hops when she runs, and this is Bingo, and he always avoids eye contact.
If you're looking to adopt a pet, check out the local shelters in your area. This has been Giselle, back to the anchors.
La langue l'amour, the language of love. If you're taking French and need a little help understanding the grammar, memorizing lecture culturelle, or just want a little extra credit for Madame Bond's class, then turn to your peers in the French Club. Tutoring sessions are held every weekday from 7:30 to 8 a.m. and 1:30 to 2 p.m. If you can't make the regular times or want to schedule weekend sessions, email Eileen Chen here with your name, student ID, French level, and preferred platform. Bonne chance en cours de français.
With us spending more and more time online, the chances of having our data stolen grows greater and greater. What is our school doing, and what can you do to protect your data from being stolen? We go to Riley to answer these pressing questions.
September 29th, Warner Music Group. November 6th, Expedia. December 10th, Spotify. January 11th, Parler. And now, our own Methodist Hospital have fallen to data breaches, showing that good personal security protocols are needed now more than ever. Your own personal data footprint holds a lot more than you think. Over the course of a month, your location data is logged on average over 2,000 times. Any hacker could easily locate your house and create a map of your average movements. And no, hackers don't need to use their cyber powers to break into your accounts. It's actually a lot simpler than you think. Your passwords are already out there. The website haveibeenpwned.com can show if any of your email passwords have been leaked, along with a specific leak and website which had the data. More likely than not, your passwords have been compromised at least a few times.
Do not share your password. And I know that sounds like a pretty simple statement. Quite a few times we've gone through and changed student passwords because their password has been shared. Watch out what websites you're going to. If going to websites that are nefarious, those websites typically have systems in place that are trying to take your personal information. Don't ever provide your username and or password to any level of support service.
When you reach out to somebody like me, I have access to the information already. So if they're asking for your password, that's already a really big red flag.
To keep our network and data secure, we have multiple network security appliances like firewalls, prevent attacks that can penetrate our network to access student data.
Despite all security measures put in place, the point of failure will be you, not your computer. Protect yourself, lock down those passwords, buy GME, and watch APN. This has been Riley, back to the anchors' houses.
If you want to keep up with the current news in the esports industry and the internet sphere, you can watch Kevin Wu's show Gotta AFK. Episode 5 discussed the departure of Tens from Cloud9, an accusation of abuse on a Madden streamer, and a podcast on mental health for the gaming community. This episode covers a lot, so please check it out.
Many may not know this, but cheeseburgers were actually invented by our neighboring city, Pasadena. To celebrate their genius invention, the city of Pasadena is hosting a burger week where participating restaurants are offering many discounts. The link to the restaurants can be found here, and the promotion ends today, so be sure to celebrate our neighbor's history and get that cheese on.
Ah, the sweet smell of sunshine, the soothing rays on my skin, the beautiful warm light brightening my days, have all now come to a halt. With the stormy clouds drifting through the sky, we are now experiencing the first real weather of the winter season. Here's Andrew to bring us up to date on this latest SoCal weather trends and why you may want to stock up on some rain gear soon.
Well, the weather app told me that it had a 100% chance of rain today. And I still somehow forgot to bring my umbrella.
Rain. Rain. Even more rain. Something we haven't experienced for a long time. In some parts of Southern California where there is significant drought, they usually only see around 2 to 3 inches of rain per year, which is negligible compared to the 18 inches of rain that California averages as a whole. However, the forecast has predicted that some parts regions will receive about 3 to 5 inches of rain, which is what those regions usually get in 2 years. With some calculations, 3 to 5 inches of rain in 2 weeks is 36 times more rain than what those regions typically get. We even saw some hail this past Monday, which is a rare occurrence in Arcadia. But before we do our rain dance, yes you, it's important to remember that these heavy showers could lead to mudslides and floods. So here are some ways to prepare. Create an evacuation plan and discuss it with your family. Have an emergency kit ready with food, water, and a first aid kit. And move your valuables to a higher level to prevent it from getting damaged. Lastly, you can sign up for the Los Angeles Emergency Alert System, and if you ever want to fortify your property with sandbags, Home Depot is the place for you.
With that in mind, let's all appreciate these few moments of rain while we can. This has been Andrew. Let's get back to our anchors.
Oh, well.
Well, what?
Well, I'm cold now.
See? I told you. I was prepared for the cold and you mocked me.
Okay, in my defense, California weather is really weird. It was shorts and a t-shirt weather last week. But hey, you did a great job anchoring this week. You really brought the heat.
Thank you, Quinn. And a big thank you for tuning in this week. Be sure to follow us on all our social media linked down below. And we'll be posting our favorite story onto IGTV later tonight.
And if you would like to sponsor our show, please email apachenews@ausd.net. We've been sponsored by multiple restaurants and businesses, and if you're interested, we would greatly appreciate your support as well.
This has been Wilson.
And Quinn. Thank you for watching.